Hey, what's going on, guys? Skrub here, and today I'm here to talk about Black Ops 3 and Domination and Black Ops 3. I'm already fucking up today. It's 8 seconds into the commentary and I've already fucked up. Damn, not looking too good. Alright, so what I'm talking about here today is just the different playstyles of Domination in Black Ops 3. Um, and just, the advantages and disadvantages of using those playstyles and what you can do to better yourself in this game. Or at least get, average. I mean, I'm pretty average in this game, I feel. And so let's talk a little bit about the different playstyles. So obviously, you've got your Slayers. Now, your Domination Slayers, anyways, they're the kinds of people that run around, getting 50, 60 kills a game. More than that sometimes even. I've seen a lot of fucking insane gameplays on this game. And, they don't always... They sometimes play the objective, but not, more often that I see they don't have all the caps, stuff like that. They're just running around getting kills, and an advantage of that. When you play like that, you can help your team out by getting all the kills, keeping them off the flag so that you can get on the flag. Now, the disadvantage of being a Slayer, or of having too many Slayers, is that there's just not enough objective play. You need to find a good balance between these Slayers. That way, not everybody's just going for kills, and, they're actually trying to play the game, and, above all, help their team out for the win. And playing as a Slayer can't always be a bad thing. I know I am normally an objective-based player, and normally I see these people with like 50, 60 kills, and like, maybe a couple caps, and I look at them and I say, damn, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. I just cannot stand those types of people. And then I realized, that if you don't have Slayers on your team, it can be a very different scenario. It can be a very bad loss if you only have objective players on your team. And that's also what I'm going to talk about after the Slayers. They're alright, okay? You don't always need a ton of them on your team, but you can't, you almost can't survive with none of them in public Black Ops 3. There are the rare cases where everybody can just dive on the flag and get lucky enough to pull out the W, but sometimes you will need those Slayers. So if you're an objective player like me and you try for the caps only and don't care about your KD, don't look at these people with all these kills and judge them, and I'm going to try doing so myself. And so let's move on to what I'm also talking about, the flag divers. These people do not give one shit about KD. I'm like these people. I don't care about my kill-death ratio. I just want to get the win and pull it off. Now, an advantage of being these types of players, or having these types of players on your team, is they may not always get the highest KD. They may not drop the highest streaks. But damn it, they'll drop some caps. They can drop upwards of 10 caps, 8 caps a game. And that's not a bad thing to have. And some disadvantages is they can be very beneficial for the other team, feeding them streaks, feeding them kills on the objective for those streaks. They can be a very bad thing. They can also be very good. But moderation is just key in these different playstyles. And there's also, I know what you're thinking, and I'm about to cover that. And that's, what if you're a mix of a Slayer and a mix of an objective player? You can get a fairly decent KD, above a 1, sometimes a 2. You can get a 2 KD, maybe grab yourself a few caps, like maybe 4 or 5 caps, I don't know. Maybe, drop 30, 40 kills. And, get some streaks, some fairly modest streaks, not like a mothership every game, but, you're not dropping shit, you're getting your team some streaks. And the problem with having too many balanced players is you need moderation of those Slayers. You can't survive a game with a bunch of average players. You need some Slayers, and you need some objective players. A team full of mix is just not always going to work out in your favor. Whether statistically it sounds like it'll work or not, it doesn't always. So, what should you do in this game to fix that? What should you do to fix the problem of having too many Slayers or too many objective players? One easy thing is to get some friends, whether you know them or not, and just hop in on this game and have some fun. I know a lot of parents, especially, and adults complain that there's just too much danger out on here, especially for the kids, and not even just kids, I mean teenagers, things like that. There's a wide demographic in this game. And I'm not bashing kids or anything like that. I'm only 14 myself, you know. I mean, you know, I'm a lot more mature than these people that just go on here and say, you know, fuck your mom and shit like that. I'm not one of those people. But I've heard freaking, you know, 30-year-old grown men say that shit too. It's not just kids. You're being too harsh on somebody just because their age, because you don't want to admit that there are a lot of childish grown-ups out there too. And I'll admit, yeah, there are a lot of childish people on here, but it's not just age-based, it's everything-based. So, what can you do to help out? Just go online with some of your friends in real life, or just talk to people on here. There are some mics, and, you know, like I said, a lot of adults, especially that don't have these consoles or don't play them personally, complain that there's a lot of creeps online and that you shouldn't talk to anybody you don't know. But actually, with PlayStation Network and Xbox Live, if you discount the hostile group of these people that say these, you know, bad things and stuff like that to people, there are a lot of great people on these consoles. They're not just creeps and, you know, kids. There are a lot of decent people on here. I've met, you know, grown-ups on here that, you know, just they're pretty nice to hang out with, you know. And trust your kids a little bit more. You know, your kids, man, oh man, look at that fucking dart fail right there. You know, your kids, trust them a little bit. You know, they're not just going to go on there and give out their fucking address and social security number to anybody they fucking meet. You know, trust them to do the right thing. Give them a little bit of faith until they show you a reason not to. And, you know, like I was saying, there can be creeps on here. Yeah, there are. But there are ways to stop it, you know. You can block them, you can mute them, or just don't even talk to them. But there are also a lot of great people on these consoles, and not just all of them are mean pricks. You know, some of these people are really nice guys. And, you know, I mean, that's just how the world changes as technology evolves. You know, people are getting... Yeah, there's just not a lot of bad people on here anymore. It's 2016. You know, it's safer and just... I don't know. Probably a little bit of ranting there on my part, but just trust me on this. Now, getting back on topic, if you can't play with people, or, you know, you don't have any friends that own a PS4, or they all got something else, or, you know, they're too busy, or something like that, try to be flexible. If you're an objective player and you've got a shit ton of objective players on your team, try to run around the flags. You know, try, instead of just diving your fucking body on the flag, try, you know, getting kills around the flag. Try playing Slayer a little bit. If there's too many Slayers on your team, then let them do the work while you dive on the flag. You know, that's the cool thing about learning to be flexible, is when there are too many Slayers on your team, you just let them do all the work for you. Let them do the work of blocking the objective for you. And then you just got the easy part of staying on a certain flag for a few seconds. If there are too many objective players, all you've got to do is just watch their back, man. I know a lot of these people are, you know, like, objective players are just leeching off your kills in your backpack, you know, but really all they want is just somebody to watch their back. They don't care about their KD, they don't care about, you know, how good they play. They just want to get that win, man. That's all they're wanting, you know. And they're not, you know, sometimes they will, but they're not always just going to sit there and bag on you if they win for getting too many kills. They just want somebody to watch their back. They just want somebody to let them get that cap because they want to play for their team strictly. Or at least that's how I feel, you know. When I dive on that flag, I'm not wanting the whole fucking world to dive on that damn flag with me. I'm not expecting people to respect my decision. I just want some people to watch my back, man. You know, I only got to be on here for like 3 more seconds, dude. Just come on. You know, make sure I don't die, please. Just give me some support here. That's all they're really wanting, man. They're not wanting the whole team to just jump on the fucking flag for no reason, you know. They're just wanting some support, man. They're just wanting some help over there. And, you know, the Slayers, they get a bad rap, man. I mean, they're trying very hard to make sure that these people don't die and that, you know, the other team don't get streaks. And they're trying pretty hard to put up those fucking motherships and shit like that for their team. All they want is just somebody to dive on that flag for them. You know, really, all these people want is just somebody to help them out a little bit. You know, all these Slayers really want is for somebody to dive on that flag and help them get the W while they're sitting there, you know, getting their kills and trying to stop the enemy team. And all these freaking objective players are wanting is just somebody to watch their back for them. you know, and just someone to help them out a little bit, keep them alive for a little bit longer so they can get that cap and they'll be out of your hair. And the problem with these two roles is that the other tends to hate the other one, you know. Objective players tend to not like Slayers because they don't get the caps. And Slayers tend to not like objective players because they don't get the KD that they want them to have. You know, I'm a mediocre objective player. I'm running UAV, counter, and dart in this gameplay. I'm not running, you know, Hater, Mothership, and fucking Wraith or some shit because I can't get those streaks, and I know that. People keep telling me, you know, oh my god, dude, you gotta run the Mothership. It's the best streak I've ever heard of. Not if you can't get the damn thing. I'll admit that I suck too bad to get the fucking Mothership in one game. I can, you know, sometimes I struggle to drop a fucking UAV. That's just who I am, man. I can't go out there and drop 50 kills in a game. You know, I can't go out there and drop fucking nuclears. That's just not me, bro. I just want to get on that flag, get some backup, and get that win for my team, because that's all I care about. I just want to pull that fucking W. Alright, well, I guess that's all for today's. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe if you want to see more. And speaking of more, I'm going to be making one of these videos, but for Safeguard next. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoy that one, especially if you're a Safeguard player. And as I talk about the new mode that's been added into this game, I think you'll enjoy. This has been Skrub, and I'll be out of your hair right now.